Well, here we go, man. Dee Boy TV, first episode. And this guy we got on the screen don't need a whole lot of introduction. But you know him. You know him as one half of Partners in Crime, making legendary records for, I don't know, what, 25, 30 years?
30 plus.
30 plus years now.
Right.
And recently venturing over into another space with the No Rap Cap podcast show.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Meana, Michael Mr. Meana Patterson.
Appreciate the love.
Thanks for coming out, brother.
Thank y'all for having me.
Well, I brought you here mainly to talk about your book, man. Untold, the story of an unknown legend.
Yes, Lord.
I tell you every time I see you, man, I look at you as like a timestamp in New Orleans. It's one of them things where when I read through this book and I just kind of go through your story and the places you've been, from the Magnolia to the Holly Grove to the East, from Fauché to Abe to Reed.
Right.
You know, every time I look at these things and I read through the lines, bro, I'm like, it bring me back to a time.
To a time, right.
You know what I'm saying? So I guess I want to start like this, man. Take me back to the Magnolia. That's where it kind of started for you, right?
Well, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Life, I would say. The Magnolia Project, that was tough for me, brother. I'm a red dude, no big brothers, you know what I'm saying? No daddy. The Magnolia taught me survival. You know, I fought pretty much. There 365 days, I might have fought 300 of them. I ain't gonna lie, dog. It just was that tough, like, for me. Like, I guess, like I said, being a light-skinned dude coming up in the project, with like I said, no big brothers, no daddy, no uncles, nothing like that. It was just more like, you gonna either gonna survive or you're gonna fold. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I just had to fight a lot. You know what I'm saying?
Sink
So
or swim situation.
yeah, so they taught me that side of it. You know, I had a few little friends, you know what I'm saying, when I was growing up in that area, but for the most part, it was just a lot of survival techniques I had to learn, like, you know what I'm saying, coming up in that project.
Straight up. I say all the time, bro, and I told you when I see you, I said, like, a lot of things in this, we align in a lot of ways. Did you go to Tommy LaFon?
I went to Tommy LaFon. I lived right across the street. Matter of fact, my address was 2705 Belmont Court. So if anybody know about the project at the time when it was the project, Belmont Court was right across the street exactly from Tommy LaFon. So yeah, I went there for a few years. Yeah,
straight up. I was at Ferret Court, right there on Washington and Ferret. I went to Tommy LaFon 2nd to 5th grade.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I probably was there I was there probably from kindergarten to 5th or something like that. You know what I'm saying?
Straight up.
That was my era.
And the reason I asked you that, bro, is because I saw that in your book. You said that was a tough time for you, that they even called you White Mike.
Yeah, they tried to make that stick. Listen, that's one of the things that, you know, and I probably be wrong for this, but I used to always, as coming up, I used to look at guys that's named Frog, Ugly, Monster, you know. I used to be like, he must have was a coward at one time, because at one for those type of names, you know, that was a rib. That wasn't something we embraced. Like, that name became honorable and respectful after you became a dude that wasn't taking shit, and it was just like, oh, look, Ugly whack such and such. Look, Ugly did this. Now he got a name for himself, but at one time that wasn't a name that was respectful. It was a rib, and you just took on that name. And you got fucked over a lot of times, and you just made that name out of something that it became. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's how I look at that. Because when they was calling me White Mike, I had a problem with white people because, fuck, I still was dealing with oppression from white people. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm still a nigga to them no matter what. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, to the white people, I'm not accepted, and to my own people, I'm not accepted. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting a hard time for them because I'm light-skinned, and I'm getting a hard time from white people because they still look at me as black. So I never wanted the nickname of something that, you know, it was oppressive and had no respect for me. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I fought for that a lot. Like, don't call me that. Yeah.
So this is the elementary years. This is like
that's
5 to 10 years old kind of thing. I say all the time, bro, like, you know, niggas say they from the hood, and that's cool, but it's different being from the project.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because in the hood, you can find like, even though we all know the struggles, we all know, you know, all the raw shit that go on, but you can find uh two parents in the hood every now and then.
Right.
You know, it's a few little circumstances of that. You could find, you know, a household where they own the house even every
Right.
now and then.
Right.
Ain't none of that in the Jacks.
Nah, it was broken from the start. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like I said, I was originally born in the St. Thomas project, but then my mom got her own project, and when she got her own project, you know what I'm saying, that's just what it was. And it wasn't even abnormal to me to not see a daddy in the house. That was like strange if I did see a daddy there. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
But you know, coming up the way we come up or whatever, it was just a normal thing. So it didn't even feel abnormal to not have a daddy around. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't no. It just didn't feel different. Everybody household was pretty much set up the same way for the
Straight up.
most part.
Straight up.
What project you moved from?
From the Magnolia,
No, what project you moved from to the
from the
Magnolia?
St. Thomas.
I ain't know you stayed in the St. Thomas.
Yeah, I was born St. Mary's Court. That's where my mom and my grandmother was living at the time. So my mama had me at 14 years old. You know what I'm saying? First time having sex, got pregnant out the gate. First time. And that's what she brought me home to, you know, which was the St. Thomas. So I probably stayed in St. Thomas to about the age of 2. And then my mama was able to get her own project and we moved into Magnolia. So I was in the Magnolia from that time up.
All right, that answered my next question because I was going to ask you how that transition was moving from one project to another one. But
I was so young, I didn't
2 years
even,
old,
I didn't know the difference. I heard this story from my mom, like, or
Right.
whatever, like, you know, said I didn't really know.
Straight up.
Yeah, you know.
Gotcha. So that was a tough time for you, and just kind of, that's what you call like the growing pains. You know what I'm saying? Just
Right.
kind of learning
I appreciate them though.
what it's about, right?
Yeah, right,
You
right.
need them. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? As painful as it is, and we don't want to go through none of that, but that's the shit that make us in the end, I think.
Right, right. I mean,
You
I
know.
think it's an easy way we could be made. You know what I'm saying? Because I do wish that I had the guidance to live a better life and just have somebody in my life for as a father figure that could have made life much easier. Like just what you do, son, you do this. Like just the directions of what it take. You know what I'm saying? Because when you just left alone like that, you can turn out any kind of way. You know what I'm saying? But if you got the proper guidance, you know what I'm saying, it could be like it's almost like a guideline to how you should be. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And it becomes a little bit easier from that side of it. You know, the way I tend to look at it. You know.
I I feel that, but I also think there's something to being forged in fire, bro. Because and this ain't the topic of this interview. We're gonna talk about Untold, but I watch the way you handle yourself in a certain atmosphere,
Right.
with all the chaos, you know, all the, you know, people talking and different things going on, and you're different in that way, bro. I'm gonna give you your flowers for that. Like a lot of niggas being from New Orleans, it's easy to come up with that pit bull mentality.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? To where if somebody come at you or somebody attacking you, you gotta attack back.
Right, but I'm a little more seasoned. You know what I'm saying? I might look younger, but I'm 52 years old, so I'm not like a little boy in the game. You know what I'm saying? So I used to that was my vengeance. That was my attitude as a younger person. You know what I'm saying? But I always told that I would be eliminated from being that way. You know what I'm saying? And even in the book, upon meeting my pops, you know what I'm saying? When I first really sat down with him, he was in Angola, and he was kind of telling me like, you know, I went in there telling him, you know, man, niggas respect me. You know what I'm saying? He was like, yeah, you know, I hear all that. He said, but is it coming from love or fear? And at that time, I didn't care how it came. You know, just so long you respect me. I didn't care if you love me or fear me. And he was like, well, fear is what got me in here. Niggas were scared of me a certain kind of way. So they look for any opportunity to eliminate you. So you really prefer the love rather than the fear. So after having that conversation with him, it changed the trajectory of where I was going at in life because like I said, at one time I didn't care how it came. But once I talked to him, it was just more like I'm just gonna kind of go on the love side of it. Like wherever the love at, that's how I'm gonna navigate. You know what I'm saying? And that became the way I started moving. You know what I'm saying? Like in life, like off the love. Like,
That tied back into what you said earlier about having that father figure because it's still like he said, forged in fire. But when you have a father to tell you something and you go out and run with your partners, when you get in trouble, you can always think back on what he told you, and you didn't have this to do, this, that, and the third. It's a difference in that aspect.
Mm-hmm.
In one situation where he running with Pops gave him a jewel that when he left, it resonated in his mind.
Right. I
And
used it.
And he gravitated more toward the love. And that's what a father will do. If he would have had that from the beginning, he wouldn't have had to go through some of the things.
Some of the pitfalls, yeah, right.
Some of them he would have did.
Right.
But at the end of the day,
I just think life feel better with a guideline to it, like with you understanding the pros and cons of something before entering it. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like even when my mama telling me certain things, when entering it and then dealing with it, I'd be like, my mama told me, you know, so it'd be a learning curve right in the mix of that right there. It's no confusion in it. It's almost like, Mom said, if I did this, this was gonna happen, and now that you see it happen, it kind of like I ain't got to go through it again to even, you know what I'm saying, learn nothing else. I learned from the actions of what happened and also what she told me. So I applied that together, and it kind of helped me get back on the right side of shit and kind of stay on the side from making that same mistake again. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
now I want to say this: being from New Orleans, I had the pleasure of watching y'all do what y'all do. You know what I'm saying? My whole life while y'all doing what y'all doing, and when I got a chance to meet you in person, I'm one of the people who, I give flowers. I let them know, at the end of the day, bro, y'all martyrs in the city. You know what I'm saying? Y'all looked at like by a bracket of y'all peers a certain way. And the way y'all did y'all thing, the respect level. I never had a chance to read the book, but D, my best friend, he been telling me about the book.
Scott,
You just changed it, the mic changed.
I applaud, everything I've seen you do up to this point. I just wanted to get that out the way, before we get too far.
You always show me that type of love. Like,
but
you just doing it on L right
they
now.
not gonna know that. But bro, I'm very proud of the person you grew to be, bro.
I appreciate that.
Living a good example.
That's honorable amongst men because men don't really, you know what I'm saying? Some men are too proud to even give you that type of, respect or accolades. Like, I mean, I respect what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? As if that's fake or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's the realest shit to do. You know what I'm saying? Because we need to embrace each other to let a nigga know that I kind of like respect where you've been at.
In this New Orleans, we get glorified for a lot of dumb stuff, but they need to hear and know. Man, it be love, and
all the time.
Y'all show y'all fans love, and this just my way of giving it back.
Right, I appreciate that, bro.
And it's deserved, man.
Yeah,
I respect it. I highly respect it. Because I couldn't have saw it from entering that game. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like I got in the game for girls. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like, I didn't even know if they had really no money involved with it because hip hop didn't live here like that.
Right.
And when I entered the game with rap was being ridiculed. Oh, that's your boy that be trying to rap. You know what I'm saying? Because it was far-fetched. Like, you know what I'm saying, we're doing rap early 90s,
How old you was when you started rap?
But when I started rapping, I really was like maybe 13 years old. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about Fresh Prince, Run DMC, Raising Hell, just all the greats that came way before. So I was inspired by those brothers. You know what I'm saying? I went to a Raising Hell concert in '85, brother, with the Holly Grove crew. My mama let me go out with the older guys. I went to a concert, and when I saw Running them come out there and do My Adidas, game was over for me. That's just what I want to do right here. But you know what I'm saying? Yeah, like, I saw the power in it.
Right.
So so at that time breakdancing was prevalent in New Orleans. Like, meaning most people had breakdance crews, not rap crews or rap nothing. Right. It was just more like we was breakdancing off the music that these guys was making.
Yeah.
So I wasn't a great breakdancer. I knew a few little moves, but that wasn't my thing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So when I went to that concert and I saw Run DMC do what they do, I was just like, damn, I'm gonna start pursuing the rap side of it. So I started writing little rhymes, or not even writing rhymes, just kind of listening to my tape deck and stopping it and writing the lyrics and just to learn them, like, you know what I'm saying. So once I start learning, the patterns of what they was doing, then I just start trying to put my own words in place off the same thing that they was doing. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I got in the game. So it was maybe about 12, 13 years old when I first got really interested in wanting to deal with music.
Picking that pen up.
So Holly Grove is where you planted your your feet?
Yeah, Holly Grove. See, Holly Grove was different for me, and that's why I claim it. You know, people be like, "Well, you lived in the East, you lived in the Magnolia." Some dudes be like, "You was from the Magnolia. Why you don't claim the Magnolia?" Because like I told you, Magnolia was hardship for me. It wasn't like
Right.
really no. You know, I
And
got
you was
people that
super
I
young.
call friends, yeah, but at the end of the day, it ain't. I didn't learn nothing but fighting in there. Like, you
Straight
know what I'm
up.
saying? Just surviving for the most part. But when I moved to Holly Grove, those guys start giving me laws to what men are. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Straight
You
up.
know, I remember, you know, getting into it with an older guy and going inside and shaking the the cabinet to get the knife and just to make my mama follow me outside. And they were like, so these guys read through that. So they was like,
Straight
man,
up.
stop making your mama, you making a scene. Like, you know what I'm
Right.
saying? Don't do that, or don't do this, or men do this, or carry yourself like that.
Right.
So they gave me more principle of being what a young man was about. Like,
Right.
you know what I'm
Giving you
saying?
structure,
So
like do it a
structure, like,
certain way.
don't do that, little Mike. Like, you got heart. Like, so all the older guys liked me because I had a lot of heart, but I still was young and had no guidance with it. So they kind of like put more guidance on, like,
Right.
on the heart.
Straight up.
Don't do that. Don't be no crash dummy. Don't do this. Like they start giving me more structure to how to move. Like, you know what I'm
Straight up.
saying? Which and that's why, you know, I claim Holly Grove as being like that's where I get my flagship at, because they taught me manhood. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Or how to be a man.
And you
Right.
was a little boy though.
Yeah, I was a little boy. I
You
was just I was impressionable. I was just looking for
right.
which way I should go. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could have been a crash dummy or I could have been a leader.
Mm-hmm.
And I just think some of the older guys, you know, shout out to Black Minutes, you know what I'm saying? Duck and Noopy, J-Dog and Threat, you know what I'm saying? Like, those brothers was like brothers, and a couple of others, Wilders, you know what I'm saying?
There's
Just
too many to
Daryl
name,
Bird, just
but
buku niggas like that
right.
was giving game, like, you know what I'm saying,
Right.
at the time, that steered me on the right course of like manhood,
Right.
like, you know what I'm saying, like be a stand-up type of dude, like, you
Straight
know what I'm
up.
saying, and not just follow whatever niggas doing. Go with your own instincts, you know what I'm saying. If you don't want to do that, don't do that. If you scared to do that, don't do that. Like,
Yeah,
they was that,
yeah.
like, they were like, no, Mike, you know what I'm saying? Don't let them niggas gas you up to go that route. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause around that time, it was Jack and Purses was a big thing. Like for us, and people used to go to Palmer Park. Palmer Park was where like white people like go at, and they used to snatch purses. And they used to always tell me, like, you know what I'm saying, if you ain't really about doing that, but don't do that because such and such doing it. Don't be
Right.
no follower, bro.
Straight
You know.
up.
So I just had good guidance, like, you know what I'm saying, you know,
Right.
and I respect those guys for that, because they could have led me astray. I was just gullible. I was open to being like,
Yeah.
y'all letting me in. What y'all need me to do? You know, I was just a young kid, just open
They
to
be the
do it.
type you grow up and look at like uncles. They don't even be partners. It's almost like they family.
Yeah,
It
they
be like they
fam,
looked
yeah.
out for me. Dude
Yeah.
raised me.
They raised me, right.
A lot of time we don't use that word big dog, but we will give homage to who raised us. Like,
Right.
man, no, dude, like my uncle, you heard me, dude raised me. He gave me the
He
game.
gave me the game,
And
right?
that's what it
Yeah.
is.
So I pay homage to those brothers still to the day because of that. You know what I'm saying?
Straight
And,
up.
Facts.
you know, it's respect.
Straight up.
Facts. That's another part where our paths cross a little bit, because I'm on Pine and Pritchard at the time. I'm in the 6th grade at
Come on,
Lafayette
bro. We
Elementary.
living around each other
I'm
like that.
around the corner from you.
That's crazy.
I just moved off 6th and Barone,
Right.
where I'm from. That's in the Magnolia to 6th and Barone. My
Okay.
cousin Slew. We're
Oh, hey,
gonna
Slew.
we're
All
gonna
right,
come
we'll talk
across that.
about that. Yeah, I got a story for that one.
Look, the crazy thing is we was talking about it at the John one night,
Right.
and then as I'm reading your book,
That
I
came
across that story.
Right.
All right, so there was a time where, you know, you played the cymbals.
I played cymbals, yep.
And you went to Southern University.
I went to Southern, 94.
And at that time, the rap game was kind of in limbo, right? You know, you kind of 1 foot in the game, 1 foot out. And Kango starts working with Primetime.
That's his cousin.
And they make a song, Thank You, Miss Lily.
Yes, sir.
You come back and you say, fuck that bitch, I'll get back in the game.
Yeah, I had to
Tell us about that.
So rap was a hobby for me. It wasn't nothing that I was, like I said, I was mainly doing it for girls because we was doing it for gong shows, talent shows, things of that nature. So it was just, I was kind of a popular guy at Sarah T. Reed when I went to Sarah T. Reed in high school. So I was kind of popular already in the school as just being who I was as the person. But rap was just something extra to kind of add to your popularity. So any little talent show or gong show that it was, well, it was talent shows in high school. Any talent show that was doing, I was doing it. Any challenges when dudes that was other dudes that was rapping, I'm in the mix with it. You know what I'm saying? So upon graduating from high school, you know, I was all for the well, I went to Delgado first, you know what I'm saying? And then some of my friends that had graduated after me was like, they going to Southern. They was like, man, Doc asking for you. Because I was section leader at Sarah T. Reed on cymbals, and we had pretty good cymbal line. And so when I go up there in 94, you know, I remember how that was crazy, bro. I go up there in 94, I'm too short to play cymbals because for you to play cymbals for Southern, you got to be 6 feet tall. That's how Doc wanted his line. So I'm sitting in there, you know, I ain't got no parents. Like my mom and them never went, none of my parents, my daddy was in jail since I was 4. My mama never graduated from high school. She had a baby, the whole 9. You know what I'm saying? So I was the first person to graduate in my immediate family. Talking about grandmother, grandfather, everybody. I was the first one to graduate. So my parents knew nothing about college. So when I go to college with a duffel bag, no clothes, just clothes, no fucking ice box, no iron, no nothing. Like I'm straight just
I'm out
a
here.
lame with it.
I'm out here.
So I had a roommate from Chicago. Dude was cool, Dre. And he came with everything. His parents set him up nice, you know what I'm saying? So and what was his was mine. Like that's the kind of dude he was, you know what I'm saying? So he made college work for me. But I remember going to, you know, the band class and all the parents was in there, which my parent wasn't in there. But once all the parents got out, Doc says, that's the band director of Southern. He was like, hey, I heard we got a rapper in here. I don't want to stand up because I'm not 6 feet tall. I play cymbals. I'm looking like shit. I don't even want to be put on the spot. I just want to show my work. And then let that go from there. Like, yeah, but not you, I don't want you to eliminate me out the gate. Just be like, oh, you playing so you too short, son. You know. So I'm like, I don't never stand up. So they got all kind of other dudes standing up. So they were like, what you do? What you do? What you do? Niggas doing all kind of dumb shit, singing and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, no, man, I heard we got a real recording artist, somebody that recorded. So I got 2 partners. Like I told you, my 2 partners that got me to come to Southern. They were like, man, nigga talking about you, man. You the only nigga made a record in there. So I kind of, you know, raised my hand. He was like, come up here, son. So I come up there. He said, you rap? I said, yeah, I rap with a group called Partners in Crime. He was like, you know, he didn't even ask me what I play. He just was like, give me a beat. So he had a little dust there. I did the little boom, boom. He just said, catch that. So the whole beginner band, they doing it. So I rap a little song called Ride and Roll It. And I did my first verse of it, got to the hook. He was like, that's it. He was like, listen, you're going to be doing Bayou Classic. You're going to do Southern Home Game. You know, he said, because we don't really mess with outsiders. We mess with the people that's like in our band. So I was like, cool. You know what I'm saying? And so that was my first like thing with Southern, like, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, all the section leaders and people that was in the band, they found out I rap and the songs that I made, they wanted to separate me from my crowd brothers. I was a loyal dude, bro. Like, I'm not going to Dreams. I'm not going to none of that if they can't come. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I didn't never sell them out. You know what I'm saying? So I kept it thorough with the crowd brothers. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to go to the club. Don't get me wrong. But because I was loyal to the brothers that I was with, you know what I'm saying? I was like, nah, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah. So I had a name at Southern coming out that mud, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, the girls from Chicago, they got a lot of girls from Chicago up there at Southern. So when they coming down, they were like, which one of y'all rap? You know what I'm saying? It's like the rumor had just went crazy around the school campus. So it was mad love, you know what I'm saying, at Southern, you know what I'm saying? I damn near didn't want to come back and rap because so much love was at Southern. I was like, man, this heaven.
You young, you like,
I'm
winning right now.
I'm in the triangle. I'm around. Shit, this is it. Because rap was still, I wasn't making really no money with it. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it was still like nothing you know, and I still knew college. I had to go get some kind of education to
Especially in
better
the
myself.
South, nobody had to made a breakthrough to give y'all the example that you can even make money with it. So
Not
you
from New
playing with it.
Orleans. Not
See,
from New Orleans.
right.
Ghetto Boys and all that had popped off. 8 Ball, MJG, all that was working in Memphis. But New Orleans, they hadn't had a scene. You know, we had Buck Jump Time with Manny and come on. Buck Jump Time. Gregory D.
Yeah,
Gregory D. So we had Gregory D and all them, and I thought they was already like super big or whatever, but I'm just saying it just still to me felt far-fetched. It didn't have no labels here, nobody looking here.
Right.
It just didn't feel like rap was like a real thing, like for real,
Straight
for real.
up.
You know what I'm saying? It looked like you had to go outside of New Orleans to get a record deal. Nobody was coming here for us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I got you.
But so I learned that you 4 years older than Kango.
Yeah, 4 years and 8 days.
And so you've been the catalyst of all y'all deals, man. Like pretty much like making the moves in the business and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And you came across all of the names, whether it's Birdman, whether it's
Master
P,
P, right.
you know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna say it took for you to stand on business, basically each time.
I just knew what I knew. I just knew what I knew as a young man. Like I said, shout out to Holly Grove. Like just the game that they had gave me, it just was instilled in me. So you know, coming up on a baby situation or Cash Money ordeal, it was like baby not too much older than me. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't look at the dudes that gave me game as daddy. So I
Right.
can't never look at
Yeah,
another man
right,
like that as daddy.
that's
That was like
crazy.
automatically in me.
And that was the energy you was getting.
That was
pretty
just
much.
that was just where I was at, like you know what I'm
Right.
saying. So upon meeting Birdman, because that was the first person that we came across with a record deal. That was before we signed with Big Boy anything. We was doing a Cash Money. I mean, Cash Money had a Cash Money Fridays at Big Easy, and fuck, we was open to do it. Like you know what I'm saying. We was already in the gong shows or whatever. I was doing it by myself at one time, and Cash Money was like, if you could win the gong show three times in a row, you get an automatic deal with Cash Money Records. So I was looking like, damn. So when I ran across Kango, shout out to Dejon, rest in peace to him as well. That was my brother that kind of introduced me to Kango. You know what I'm saying? He was dating Kango's sister. He was like, her brother nice. Check him out. So when me going back around Reed to check out the high schools at the time, it was more like he introduced me to Kango. So me and Kango took a walk. I listened to him. I'm like, damn, this nigga cold.
Right.
Like he was just the most talented nigga that I had met because I hadn't really heard melody with raps the way I heard it with him. I was like, this nigga sing rap. Like, you know what I'm saying? He was like Drake before I met a Drake.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Before we
saw
heard
it
of Drake.
from the jump.
I was like, damn, that nigga cold. So just so happened, whatever he was talking about in the songs he had, I had like a rap verse that coincide with that. So I was
Right.
like, bro, we need to fuck with each other. He was like, yeah, I'm open to do that,
Yeah.
So I was already doing the gong shows or whatever. And I just told Kango, like, once I get to a level where I get security on my team, I'm gonna bring you in. Cause like I said, Kango 4 years younger than me. So if I'm 18 years old, Kango ain't number 14 years
Straight
old.
up.
So when I finally get, the security under my belt to a level where they respect, oh, you good, you're good. I was like, Kango, you can come. Cause if they tell me I'm good, I'm be like, he with me, you gonna be good.
Right.
So once I got it to that level, I brought him in. We did the gong show, we won it, kept winning. And then Cash Money offered us an opportunity to sign with them. So we go to the Gas and Light building. That was where the office was at the time. And it was just pretty much trying to introduce us to them as like, he's going to be the new members of Cash Money. According to UNLV or Tech 9 or y'all or whatever, they saying that we was supposed to have been auditioning for them, but that's not what was told to us.
Right.
So they could have told them that, but they didn't tell us that.
Right.
So anyway, Yella, rest in peace to Yella. Yella raised his hand. He was more like, hey man, y'all bringing all these new niggas on. When we gonna get paid for whatever album it was, right?
Mhm.
So I was already looking like, damn,
Whoa,
sound like
wait
that.
a- wait
Sound
a
like they got
minute.
problems already, you know?
What the hell?
And yeah, and then in the mix of that, they was already like trying to separate me and Kango out the gate. Pimp Daddy was alive, rest in peace to Pimp Daddy. It was like, work with him with this. Sing. We had a song called Ride the Road. They were like, can you sing it reggae? They got Kango. I'm just looking like they just make it. Their attention was on Kango. out the gate. So I was cool with it. You know what I'm saying? I'm just, it is what it is. So when we go home, we get on the bus, I'm telling Kengo, like, hey, bro, they kind of feeling you more. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie. I'm just being honest with you. I said, but if, I don't want to hold you back, brother, if that's something you want to do. Because he was excited.
Right.
Like I said, Kengo much younger than me. Man, Cash Money. We about to be
And
Cash
you
Money.
you put all this in your book.
Yeah.
Just so viewers know.
I spoke on that. Yeah. So he like, nah, dog, you know, you brought me in. Wherever you go, I'm gonna go. I said, listen, bro, if you roll with me, I promise you I'm gonna get us a deal. And that pretty much was where it was at.
Right.
Cash Money, Baby called me at least and said, hey man, what y'all gonna do? I'm like, we ain't gonna really fuck with the deal, dog. It's cool, you know, we appreciate the opportunity, but we ain't gonna fuck with it.
Yeah.
So cool. He called me back maybe a week or two later, and then like, hey man, UNLV about to, you know, release their new album. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna be at the Big Easy. We're gonna do they're doing like an album release party or whatever. And would y'all mind opening? Fucking right. You know what I'm saying? Like I respect them. Like, you know what I'm saying? Niggas coming with
Straight
it.
up.
No problem. We come. We do our song, Ride It, Roll It. I got the colors fitted up with the trues and foes, you know what I'm saying? I got rope colors fitted up with trues and foes. These hoes out here trying to play it. So we doing our thing. Boom, rock it. We finished. All right, UNLV, come on. They come on. Everybody jocking UNLV style. Why is everybody jocking UNLV style? You're bragging to your boy about the trues and foes. Like, they straight start pointing at us. I'm like, the fuck?
What the hell?
I'm fucked up.
Right, like
Because I'm looking like, I got booby trap. Nigga set me up.
Set me up like a
Set
fucking
me up.
dog.
Yeah. That's how I felt.
And I gotta read the.
So I go home, brother. It's 4 a.m. It's 3, 7, 4 in the morning.
Like,
I called Kengo. I said, Kengo, bro. I said, them niggas fucked over us. I said, listen, bro. The U is for unknown, N is for nothing else, for low life, V is for virgin.
Mhm.
Look, that's the hook. Write a verse to that bitch.
Oh,
Next
I
week, we
remember.
going in there and do that. The next week, we went did what we did,
right.
and it was on from
History.
there. It was history
That's
from
history.
there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's where that initial rivalry started. So a lot of people always think that we just dissed them because we directly said their name out the gate.
No.
But that wasn't it. It was mainly because y'all subliminally dissed us.
And I felt played.
Yeah, and I felt played, so I had to. So I just said, we're going to change the definition of them niggas' name. I thought that was the most disrespectful his part to change. So then time goes on, and I had won a gong show again. I worked at Swagman. I was a cashier. Sporty T was in the contest like this time, but my girlfriend was graduating from 3-5 at this time, and 3-5 had their graduation party in there. So the whole school pretty much was rocking with me. Sporty probably would have had a better chance of winning because he was more of an established artist. But since the people knew me, they kind of just all rock with me. So I wound up winning the gong show again that night. So Sporty was like kind of like, all right, I see you, brother. Mm-hmm. I worked at Swagman. He come in the line one time, and Swagman maybe a day or two after, and he was like, say, bro, ain't you the same dude that was in the contest? I was like, yeah. He was like, what time you get off? I was like, 4 o'clock, 3 o'clock, whatever it was. He was like, man, I'm going to come back around here when you get off. He was there. Talked to him. He brought me to Big Boy. I rapped for Big Boy. I was a little nervous, you know, because Big Boy got like a nonchalant face. Like, he like a still face nigga, like you don't know if he like it or don't like. So I'm rapping for the nigga, Ride It, Roll It, whatever little song we had at the time. You know, he wasn't into bounce like that. He was like, man, that nigga whack, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck you bring these whack ass dudes. Don't never bring, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was like, damn, all right, cool. So Sporty was like, he just don't get it, bro. He gonna see whatever. I was like, fuck it. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? And we just didn't fuck with him. Cash Money had stopped doing the shit that they was doing, and Big Boy started they Fridays at the same club. So that gave us, we had advantage in that because we had like a certain following there. They knew us. So Sporty was like, man, look, come tonight and do the shit y'all do. So we came there, did what we did. Chuck saw it. Man, Monday morning, I need you in here. Like, you know what I'm saying? So that's how we wound up signing with Big Boy.
Straight up.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's how we get to deal with them.
So, you recall a night where y'all were in, what's the name of the club where Yellow Boy bumped?
Oh, that's Mr. B's.
That's Mr. B's.
Yeah.
Right. So it was doing the thing in Mr. B's, and you was on a type of time at that time. You went there. You was like,
Well, how that went was they had told us already that the week before we was out of town. So they said Cash Money had did something, UNLV dissed y'all. They got another party this week. So I said, can't go, bitch, I'm going. He was like, I ain't fucking with that. He's tired. We just come back in town. I ain't gonna lie. I was tired, but I be on that type time.
Yeah.
So I was like, fuck, we going. So I was living uptown. I was living on Howard Grove Street. Me and my partner, Curl, he had a house. We became roommates. And my partner, Dejon, which was my best friend, he was like, fuck it, I'm going. So all three of us go. I paid, give him $20. It was $5 to get in. It's the $5 days.
Right.
$5, get my $5 back. I'm in that bitch. Boom. We in there. Got a little t-shirt. I already come there with, if something happened, I'm just with it. Like I'm a dude that like to fight. Like, that's what people probably didn't understand.
Right.
Win, lose, or draw, I just like to fight, brother. Like I don't care about the win part of it. I just like to get it in, right? That's where I'm at. I'm like, I'm on the tough side of it. Like, you beat me, bitch, I know I gotta get better. Like type nigga, right? So that's my mentality.
It's
so
missing from the game.
Yeah. Right? So I go in there with that energy, like really no more than that. No kill or be killed shit. Just more like we can fight all day. Like I live for that shit, right?
I love that
so
shit.
I'm in
And
there.
dap you off afterwards.
Yeah, and dap you off after. I come up that way. So
everybody at this table got the attitude.
that's the era. Yeah.
Oh, these boys.
So Tech
Go ahead.
and y'all walked past me. Y'all had the boot up of that nigga had a boot that you just could never forget. So I was looking at him. They boot me up. They walked past Tech and y'all. So Yella passed. So when Yella passed, Yella like kind of bumped me a little because he came close to me. He bumped me. I'm like, damn, dude. So he turned around. He looking like, man, what the fuck? Watch where you going, type shit. So I said, nigga, you bumped into me. Like, watch where you going. So he was like, I'm looking like, I guess I'm looking like I'm in whole mode, right? Or whatever, because I'm saying, man, I ain't even coming for all that. Like, so when I'm saying that, he looking at me like, I know, bitch ass nigga. He drilling me like a little bit, right? But my hands like this sneak mode for me. Wow, I stole him. He fall, step back. He run up on me, pop, 2-piece again, fall. And then it's a little wrestling match. That's over with, right?
Straight up.
Far as that, Dejon get up there, break it up. Man, nobody gonna jump him. I'm bucking right now. I'm in that type of mode. I'm hot. Fuck it. Whatever y'all gonna do, y'all gonna do me anyway. It's already on. So I pick up a chair, sling that bitch toward Manny. Fuck that. Nell, which is Tech 9 baby mama, she tells me, "Hey, get out of there because they trying to set you up."
Right.
I hear, but I'm still going my antics.
I'm where I'm at right now.
Mr. B's is a one-way in, one-way out club. So I'm like, boom, I see the exit. Boom, I'm out of there. My partner's following me. Before I get to the car, baby stopped me. Hold up, playboy. What the fuck? He stopped me. He talking, blah, blah, blah. Man, you come fuck my shit up, man. You sick your dogs on me. That's what come with it. Blah, blah, blah. Me and him have a few little back and forth words. Slew come out.
Yeah.
Yella come out. Yella come out the club. He got the little t-shirt, whatever he had that shirt on. He had the t-shirt on. He patting his face or whatever. I guess his nose was bust, lip bust, whatever, right? So he like that. Slew, go get my shit. That's what he said. I don't know Slew from a can of paint. Baby said, no, hold on. Because I said, they don't get my shit. Like my car closer. So baby see my car right here. Man, don't do that. So we kind of just talk it off. I'm still talking to baby. We kind of like back and forth with it. And a nigga from Josephine, because I used to live on Josephine, so the nigga in Josephine whisper like, bitch, get out of here, bitch. I'm telling you, they trying to, I hear him too, but I'm still, because they don't go start the car. Jumping that bitch, I'm out. You know what I'm saying? So we wound up, escaping that situation. But that was the pretty much only physical altercation that happened between us and UNLV, and like I said, and I said this before, that people like, why would you go to they shit? Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, because I had been around them guys in concert a lot, and the most that we ever got was Mean Mug. So it wasn't like it was no, you know what I'm saying? We had problems and beef, but it was never like no physical shit. So I was like, man, I'm going to check out what them niggas got to say, you know?
In simple, we handle beef different at that time amongst men.
Right. Yeah, it was just more like
we handle situations different at that
yeah,
time.
it had a little more law to it,
Yeah.
like than they have today.
Yeah,
It
that's
wasn't
facts.
like I think it wasn't directly a sneak attack type vibes. It was more straight up of what it was gonna be. You know what I'm saying? So with me understanding that we didn't have no physical problems before, I just felt like we maybe not have a physical problem now. They're just gonna do their shit and that's what it's gonna be.
To say you had a lot of fights, meaning you had to fight niggas. We was about fighting at that time.
Right.
Simple. Everybody, we played Batman and shit. We had to punch on niggas.
That was some crazy times, bro. The whole
Yeah, right.
UNLV beef, that was
It was fun though.
That shit
it
was
was
fun.
wild. Dog.
It was fun.
For like I said, just looking at it from the outside in, I was like, it's crazy.
It was fun
And
though.
to be
It was
sitting
fun.
in front of you right now, all these years after that,
Yeah.
that's special, man.
Because when you following rap, you be waiting on the next one to come out. Because honestly, you be fans as a fan of both
Both
groups.
of them. Like, let me hear what they gotta say. They
so-
making music. I don't make music.
So you know if they made a song about them,
They bound to come back.
They coming back.
Right.
So now,
And we was trying to be like both y'all.
right.
Like I had me and my little partners, Terrell, and then we was putting two tape recorders next to each other, rapping in them bitches like
right. Doing the shits.
to the soundtrack of y'all, bro. Basing
Right.
our patterns off y'all. While y'all was listening to DMX, my Run DMC,
Yeah, I was listening.
we was listening to
Police
UNLV
Department,
and
UNLV.
PNC.
Right. I totally
And
get it.
What people don't know,
That
I'm nice. No telling
nigga
Like that?
really is nice.
Yeah.
That's a secret. I gotta be
On the slick, you really is. So you went on, bro, to start the transition.
Right.
And you managed artists like BTY, Youngin, Fifth Wall Weeby.
Straight up.
You know what I'm saying?
I mentored them. I never managed them.
Okay.
So I be want to get that straight. I never was their manager. I was just their mentor. I was like a big brother that understood the business. I never wanted no money from those brothers. I never tried to make money off them. I just really wanted to see them elevate because they had talent. And I felt like I was always an underdog at coming in the game. So for as artists, I just wanted to give them an opportunity if I was in position to do that. So that's pretty much what I did with Fifth Wall Weeby. When I first came across him, I heard his music and he had the pussy smell like onions. Oh yes, ho, I'm talking to you. So I'm in whispers, me and my wife. And I'm like, man, that little nigga, I said, man, this little nigga got 10 songs in one. Because everything he was saying was a hook to me.
Right.
So I said, man, I gotta find him. So when I came across Weeby, I told him, I said, damn, dude, you made one song, but you damn near gave him 10 songs in one song. And he was like, what you mean? I'm like, every phrase you was doing was the damn near hook.
Right.
You know, so I kind of got with him and kind of start mentoring him like how to do what he was doing. Like, you know, he was naturally talented. I never wrote nothing for him. I did nothing like that. I just kind of orchestrated what he do. You know what I'm saying? And I remember giving him I really want you. And it was like, I don't feel it. I said, it's gonna be a hit. That nigga said, I just don't. I said, dog, if you got any level of respect for me, fuck with that song. He fucked with the song. It was one of his biggest jams. Like, you know what I'm saying? Especially coming out the game. I didn't write it. I orchestrated it. I put it together. I got the girls. It's a group called UNTOLD. It was some young girls. They were still in high school in Kenner or something like that. We had a studio out there. They used to come to the spot. They sung. I'm trying to give them as underdogs an opportunity to fuck with another underdog as an opportunity. You know what I'm saying? And they came up with the hook. I don't know if Kango wrote the hook and they sung it. Because, you know, some things Kango would do, I'd be like, that sound like for a girl, or that sound like it sound better if a girl would sing it. You know what I'm saying? And we wound up coming across these females and they sung it. And Weeby was like, I don't know, bro. I'm like, Weeby, I'm telling you. And, you know, just off of the respect he had for me, he trusted me, and it wound up being one of his songs. And that was the same relationship structure I had with BTY, mainly like do this or go this route or let's work on this. Let's get him to do the beats, and they just trusted my judgment on it and just let their talent show.
Creative insight.
Yeah, they just let they let their talent just you know go off from that point of view. So that's pretty much the relationship I had with both of those brothers.
And rest in peace to both them brothers. Man.
Yeah, damn, that's crazy. Like, you know, rest in peace to both of them.
Untimely, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to Weeby and BTY. And I know, you know, I was reading you did a lot for BTY as well. As you know, in the midst of the whole thing, you would taking him out of the situation. Like y'all gave him a spot to live and
Yeah,
the
house,
whole
yeah,
nine.
East
You know,
Over, right?
and you know, he still got consumed. But those guys were special, man. Like they were, you know, BTY, that guy was in the mold of like a soldier or something like that. You know,
And he was on his way, bro.
BTY was one of the most loyal artists I ever worked with. You know what I'm saying? Meaning, like, you know, I've worked with a lot of artists that y'all may know or may not know of, but the loyalty was just different. It's like, soon as people get an opportunity to jump ship, they just did it. And like I told you, I wasn't a manager, so I was more like a mentor. So people feel like they just didn't owe me nothing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Thank you for the little game you gave me, Meana, but I'm gone. Nobody took me along, like, you know what I'm saying, with it. But with BTY, he was more like an artist that was like, bitch, I don't give a fuck where I go. Birdman, whoever, they gonna have to respect. Oh, let me go out here and meet with him.
Right.
But if this deal go down, bitch, you right there with me. He gonna have to respect my mind. Like, you know, every
Right.
contract he ever had, he brought to me. You know what I'm saying?
You just knew from him you was gonna get your just due no matter how it worked out. Like, meaning, you know, from the inside or whatever, he the type of brother, just because you looked out for me, I'm gonna look out for you.
He was solid, brother. He, you
Straight
know,
up.
and he showed it in his actions. Meaning, like, he got a show for $5,000 one day, and he was just like, Meana, come read over this contract, make sure this bitch legit. I'm
Straight
looking.
up.
Yeah, it's solid. It's temporary, you know, simple, regular contract. You good, bro. The lady gave him his money. He gave me a rack. I'm like, man, keep your money. Like, I don't want your money. Like, bitch, take the money, bitch. That's you. You know what I'm saying? He was just a giving type. You know, he was a solid little dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was young, but he was solid, and that was rare to me. Like, to find somebody so young, cut from a certain kind of cloth that was just so, you know, like authentic with it and real with it. Like, you know what I'm saying? So
It's just him.
yeah, I miss him. Like, you know what I'm saying? You know, that took me out of fucking with artists. Like, when Youngin died, I didn't really want to fuck with artists no more, because I just knew I probably wasn't gonna meet another one like dude. Like, you know what I'm saying? So people was hitting me up, man, I'm this, I'm that, I'm cool. I'm like, man, you don't understand, it was past cool. It was the relationship me and the young brother had that was different. Like, he was like a little brother to me for real. My family loved him. When we found out Youngin died, my daughters cried like babies. Like they lost their uncle, or like they felt
like
that
that.
shit. Yeah, my wife cried. Like, you know, my mother-in-law cried. You know what I'm saying? Like, they was hurt because we thought Youngin was gonna escape all this shit. We thought, like, man, he about to be out of here. You know what I'm saying? And he was gonna survive it. And for to still lose him, it was hard, bro. Like, that was like a hard one to swallow right there, you know?
Straight up. Man, rest in peace to that boy, man.
Yeah, rest in peace.
It was a long road though. You talk about when you first met your father. You know what I'm saying? And a crazy experience there in jail. How is your relationship now with your? And I'm not gonna speak on it. This one of them things where I want him to have to get the book. You know what I'm saying? But your cousin, with that, you describe an experience where when you were young, you know, your cousin, you know, they came to get you because they wanted to lure her to a spot.
Yeah, my cousin. Yeah,
And we don't even have to get into it. I just want to know,
that's hard.
How's your relationship?
We good. We you know, it's not the same to me, because you know, we grown ups, and we just it's like we just grow apart, like, to a level. I got my family, my cousin got her family, and but it's love. Like, I you know, I text her every day. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you know, Monday, at least Monday through Friday. But it's I just still feel guilty of
That was wild. You know what I'm saying? That was a crazy, crazy situation.
I still feel guilty.
But y'all get the book. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
get the
He
book.
talks about it
deep.
in there.
It's deep.
You know, he gets into that.
You really read the book, bro.
Man, look, I got in there, dog. I got in there, and really, we'd have to go another hour. I'm trying to kind of get, I know you got things to do, you got places to be, man.
I ain't tripping.
We talked about a lot.
I'm in the zone of it. So
we covered some things, man. But like I said, this dude is a timestamp, man. He was one of the first class at Reed, high school. Right. You know what I'm saying? We talked about that earlier today. He was literally the first at Reed. Went through the whole UNLV situation that became one of the legendary back and forths of hip hop. Oh, that's the little GoPro going. I ain't tripping on that.
So the problem with you didn't cover the Master P side. You know, listen, bro.
Talk to me.
We had problem with two of the biggest CEOs in the game, right? You know what I'm saying? And so we worked with P. We was on the Downside Hustlers, like tape.
Right.
Me and C Murder was cool. I met C Murder before I met Master P. My brother, my partner, sister was C Murder's wife, but at the time she wasn't his wife. That was just his girlfriend or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I come across C Murder from being by one of my close friends, well, one of my best friends, and C Murder used to mess with, joke and clown with me. So he was like, "Say, bro, my brother, I got a brother that rap. You know what I'm saying? You won't go to Richmond? You ever been to Richmond, California?" I'm like, "Fuck no." So maybe a few days after Christmas, you know what I'm saying? Niggas send some tickets. I'm like, "Fucking right, let's go." It's a free trip for me.
Mm-hmm.
So I go out there. We doing a song. We really going out there to do a song for Partners in Crime. Like we think, at least that's what we assumed that we was doing. But when we go out there, KLC not out there. Like they don't have a producer. They just have these Richmond producers that we working with. So, you remember how Bounce was like, "Bitch, stop talking that shit." So Richmond got too short. Like, well, the Bay Area, like, "Bitch," like that's his word. So we using it. I'm like, so when we come out there singing Bounce shit on they type of vibe, they was kind of blown away. Man, these niggas killing this shit, because it was like we saying bitch a different way.
Yeah.
We running with it a whole nother way, but they can relate to it. Richmond like fucking with it. The Bay looking like the producers looking like, man, we like this shit, but we just joking. We just doing our Bounce shit on they style beats.
Right.
But that's not what P really was looking for. That wasn't the authentic way, because P was looking like, I want y'all to come out here to do authentic Partners in Crime song, the songs y'all would do in New Orleans, because he had a game plan. Right. So, upon meeting P, this nigga had all his shit mentally together. That nigga told me, man, I'm gonna be bigger than Death Row, I'm gonna be bigger than Bad Boy, all that. I'm just looking at him like, I just didn't believe it, right? Like not off of 99 Ways to Die. Like I'm just being honest. Like from hearing it, I'm like, I don't know.
Everybody say that shit.
So anyway, but that nigga had the vision. That nigga met us.
Right.
No limit jacket, socks, t-shirt. Yeah, take a phone. Got the chips. We don't know nothing about chips. Call home as much as you want the flip phone. We like, damn, all right. You got a Benz. You know what I'm saying? But me and Kango looking like, okay, you got a Benz, but we could kind of see
I
the
got
look.
the hookup.
Yeah, he had the hookup. That movie is really how he was moving.
I got the hookup real, bitch.
No, he was doing it for real. I ain't gonna lie. He had that Cali connect like that. And he was doing it. So anyway, we go out there. We do the song. Well, we do it. We can't go come up with a hook for C Murder, because C Murder was working on a song out there. So we do a song called Hustling. Can't go hustling because I got nowhere to hustling, slinging heroin, and like he's singing a song. So I write a verse for it. P wasn't on the song, but P said any song that he do with Partners in Crime or that we involved with, he'll give us 5 bands for it. I'm not starving for no money, because that big boy we was eating. We was pretty good. We was like one of the top dogs. So we got money. We not really fucked up with the money. So anyway, I go out there. We did that little song. We leave P not on the song. As of right now, is a song we working on for C Murder. Boom, we go home. So when we get home, I'm still doing, things good. I'm going to Peaches, checking records, like how many we sold. So I see that the Downside Hustlers is on that bitch. I'm like, what's up with your boy? Like, I'm like, that nigga never, this shit out, but I ain't never get no money for it. Like, you know what I'm saying? What's up with that side of it? Yeah. So she was like, I don't know, woo woo. I'm like, you got a number on him? Like, woo woo. Gave me a number, that don't work. Get C Murder, that don't work. Serve on, that don't work. None of the numbers, he ain't never answering, bitch. All right, cool. So I'm just putting word out to him, man. Talk to P, let him know I'm trying to get up with him. I'm trying to get that little money from him, like, Yeah. So one day I go to Suno. I'm at Suno at this time. P and C Murder coming there, they passing out flyers because they got something at Whispers this night. So I'm like, cool. Like, so I see C Murder, that's my dog. What's up, bitch? We running it. Right. P come up to me. Say, bro, keep my motherfucking name out your mouth. Whatever. Blow on me. Really blow me down like a big dog. I'm looking at him like, so he just walk off and finish passing out his fly. I said, damn, what's up with your brother, man? The tripping Corey, like, man, I don't really know. He be tripping sometime. Ooh. But I'm still got the little man complex, the small. I'm like, man, that nigga got me fucked up. We going to the Whispers.
I'm in there for
We
real.
gotta go, you know, because I'm at school. I don't want to get put out, like, you know, kind of on the spot. But I should have reacted then. But I'm in the cafeteria.
It is what it is.
He blowing me. I give him that. He walk off. All right, but I'm not really bitch made by it. I'm looking more like, all right, we gonna see. I'm coming tonight. So we go in there tonight. We got Gertown come. We kind of go in the hood first, and we tell Gertown what's going on. Oh yeah, we coming too. We coming. Fucking right, we going. So they got buku niggas at the bar at Gertown. I'm standing up there. I don't know if y'all ever been in Whispers. Y'all know they got the door where you exit out, but you take the pictures right there in the middle. Of the little thing, and then you go out the door. So we right there, the ball with the curve of the ball, right here, and you go out the door. I'm standing there. P come up in the mix of me and Kango in the middle of us. You know, what's up? Y'all looking for me? So I'm just looking at him like, man, I just want my money. Blah, 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 blah. P say some other shit. I can't remember that. I put the hood on. Something like lay it down on. Lay it down, lay it down. I'm just jamming to the music. Really, in my mind at that time, he ain't gonna give me the money. Fuck it. It's over. Chalk it up. I don't know nothing about publishing. I don't know nothing about that part of the business. All I know is the upfront money that you give me. And I feel like, all right, you playing me, dog. It is what it is. Really, I'm chalking it up. So I put the hood on. Like, fuck it, man. Lay it down. I hear Pete tell Kango, man, your partner, you gonna get fucked up or something, like, you know what I'm saying? Whatever he's telling Kango, but he's talking about me. So I'm like, you know, I don't respect him like the world may respect him at this time. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Niggas.
I'm just niggas. We just niggas, like, you know.
We still coming up, bitch.
Yeah, I don't really care. Like, you know, like, you got me, and then I got all these niggas. So I'm looking like, P, boy, my car right outside. You know, like, what is you talking about? Like, you know. So you like, look, they got all the other goons come behind me, serve. Everybody come stand behind the big V9. Everybody, like, you know. I'm looking back, you know, P step away. He called us over by the pool table. Come to my office. Okay. So we go by the pool table. He up 500. He give it to Kango. Kango look at it, 500. Man, you owe us $5,000, man. You $5. So Pete telling us, man, you think I gave every nigga on Downside Hustler $5,000? Man, I don't give a fuck what you gave another nigga. What we agreed upon and shook hands on was $5 grand. Kango throw the money back, throw it at him or whatever. It fall on him. We can't just give it back. So I take the money, yours 4,500 more, and walk off. Go, all y'all niggas at the bar, get a drink. You know what I'm saying? Like, type shit. Like, really ain't tripping. Like, you know, and that started the problem. So a lot of people be wondering why, like, well damn, Mystical left, Fiend, all them went to No Limit. Why y'all didn't go to No Limit? Well, that was one of the reasons. We had did business with Pete prior to him coming to Baton Rouge and billing what he was billing with those artists at the time. So we was already all banned.
You already know how this is gonna go anyway.
I mean, it was just banned. It was just the word was that, like, I don't fuck with them, like, you know what I'm saying? And that was the word, and it was shown. We did Teen Summit with them. Everybody was rocking different with us, dog. Them niggas coming through the tunnel, them niggas wasn't hollering at us, you know what I'm saying? All of them. Mystical, everybody, like, just they ignoring us. The only people stopped and hollered, that's why we did business with them after was two people. It was Cain and Abel. They stopped, what's up, baby? As I went to high school with Cain and Abel, we went to read together. So they stopped, holler at me. I'm like, what's up?
Stand up niggas.
And it kept going. And then the other person was Silk. Silk the Shocker stopped and hollered. I was like, what's up? And the next person was Master P. When he came, he said, boy, y'all niggas still hanging in there. Yeah, you know, or whatever. And he kept going. But that let me know then, you know, because I had heard the rumors already that P don't want y'all on the compound here, ain't fucking with y'all, whoop. So we knew once Mystical and Fiend and all them had went, we wasn't allowed. We wasn't just allowed to be up there. So I was trying to squash the beef. I had tried to talk to C Murder, like, look, bro, talk to your brother, because I told you my brother-in-law, his brother-in-law is one of my best friends. So I go up there and try to, like, Leonard, man, get Corey on the phone, talking to him. Corey like, I'm gonna see what I could do. Nothing ever happened. So, you know, it just never was no business with them from that point. So kind of kept it moving from there and just kept doing what we was doing, you know.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so I'm just giving the history of some stories, because some people be always asking, like, why y'all didn't get with Cash Money? Why y'all ain't never get with No Limit? Well, we had problems with them prior to them getting to the level that they was on. Like,
Absolutely. Yeah, I appreciate you clearing that up, man. I did forget to touch on Pete.
And just for like podcast purposes, when you first got started talking, a couple of questions that I had, you had already answered with, you know, staying in the East Uptown and why you chose to, you know, represent what you represent, but you had already cleared that up. So I was like,
I came in the East at 16.
Right. And see, I met you when y'all was on y'all thing, you was already staying in the East. You
Right.
know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I was like,
some people
man,
meet me at the East and be
Right.
looking like, well, why you don't just directly claim the East? And I'm like, I don't deny the East, but I came in the East already the man I was. Like I came there already developed as my principles and everything that I learned was already from somewhere else.
Yeah.
Like, so I give my claim to fame to the era that made me the man I am. And I just was going through the East, you know?
we were just in the barber shop talking about the Nine Wall East thing. But I'm like, I represent that for totally different reasons. I don't look at the East like the Ninth Ward.
So
But I grew up in the East like I grew up in the Ninth Ward. So, you know, I still love the Ninth Ward in the East. I'm a
Right.
9
Yeah,
East
yeah,
nigga.
yeah,
like,
yeah. 9 East.
It's
It
separate.
says all the same,
like
but
this say East Beast. I'm an
Right.
East Beast.
right.
But no, I love I'm born in the Ninth Ward. I was born in St. Claude General. Just, you know,
Right.
you
That's
get no
9
more,
Ward you
Ninth
can't
Ward
get no more. Yeah, right.
So I'm like, y'all crazy when y'all be arguing some of these points. We don't look at the East like the Ninth Ward, but some of us still love the Ninth Ward like we love the East.
East, right.
We grew up in both spots.
Right.
A lot of, because, you know, you can't.
People transition right there. Like, yeah, they left the
Exactly.
9, moved to the East, you know what I'm saying? Vice
But what I'm
versa.
saying is with that, you had answered that when you was running about that. I'm like, damn, that was one of the questions I wanted to ask him. But,
Right,
you know,
right. I'm open to whatever. I give my story, but any questions y'all got, I'm an open book, brother. You know what I'm saying? I ain't nobody that shun away from nothing.
And I know, you know, I be wanting to get back to the book because I'm loving to hear y'all talk about it because, in all honesty, I haven't read the book yet, but D well read on it.
Oh man, he been touching on so much. I've been letting Meana talk, man.
Right,
He been giving us
He
pretty
running
much
it.
a lot of what's in the book.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
It's some other things are more detailed in there. Like you'll see transitions of how that happened.
Mhm.
Like even if I'm telling a story about something, I give
Man,
more
he
of the
got stories
transition of
about
how
black and
how I
more
got
in
that
there.
black and more. Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? He got stories
up.
about shit. Hold up.
Stone, all kind of people.
We already know what your wife mean to you. Every time we see you,
Right, I'm with.
Yeah.
That's what I'm with.
you know what I'm
That's
saying?
my best friend, brother.
So
I love the union.
to read y'all path.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know what
We
I'm
went through
saying?
our,
And
rough
to get-
patches.
and-
And I talk about that in the book. Right.
Yeah, man, it's that was therapeutic for me.
Right.
You know
Yeah,
me,
you see, I had to get growth. Like if since you read the book, you saw that. I came in that my mentality was one way, but getting with a woman that stand for something like what I'm saying. I had to what I'm saying, change some things up out of respect for her, like what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So as I got it, what I'm saying, you
Yeah.
you either gonna change up these things or you're gonna just lose out on somebody that you know is pretty much good for you.
That's
like,
a
you know what I'm
fact.
saying. So just knowing that she was a good woman, I was willing to change because there was things that I wanted to change by myself, but I just didn't have no reason to. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of females I was dealing with, they tolerated the shit that I
Yes,
knew
sir.
I should have been better.
How to love.
Teach me how to love. Real talk. Like,
Straight
what I'm
up.
saying? So,
Right.
it's things that I had to learn. But I speak up on that. Listen, in that book, I'm so vulnerable, bro. I tell you the good and the bad. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like, I'm not just trying to make it like one-sided, like a macho man type dude. I talk about, what I'm saying, things that I was confused about and lost on, you know what I'm saying? And how I found, you know what I'm saying, the right way to walk, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's a real good book, bro,
That's a
Good
fact,
read.
y'all.
That's how we get here tonight. When he read the book, he was telling me, Black, you gotta read it. Like I said, I haven't got around to reading it yet, but he did tell me it's a
Great-
good read.
great
I'm gonna do an
stuff.
audio on it too, brother. You know what I'm saying? But I the reason why I haven't did the thing, because they say reading is fundamental,
Oh,
and
yes.
it's like the principles of what I really believe that I learn more from reading than listening. Like from shit, like it's like I don't retain as much when I just listen to shit. I be like, he said something about blah blah blah, but when I read it, it's something
Yeah.
like it gets. It's like the words can play back in my mind like a certain kind of way where I don't forget certain things. So reading is fundamental, and it does something to the brain muscle, like you know what I'm saying, that just listening don't do. You know what I'm saying?
And I might be one of those creatures of just I'm hard to change. I
You a
still just
reader?
like reading a book,
Yeah, I
bro.
like reading
You know
too.
what I'm
Like I
saying?
like listening to. I listen to a lot of podcasts since I'm into podcasting, just to, I guess, get better. You know what I'm saying? Because it is a new genre for me, like that I'm jumping in, and I
Right.
don't look at myself as an expert, no matter what field I've been in prior to it. But because it's still like, you know what I'm saying. You got to learn a certain skill with that shit. Like, you know what
It's
I'm saying?
crazy,
Yeah,
ain't it,
yeah.
bro?
It ain't just talking. It ain't. It's way more of an art than what people would give it. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Even us talking right now, it'll go nowhere if you don't have it kind of orchestrated to a way to
Little bit of
direct
a
it to where
map,
you
huh?
want it to go. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So if you don't know how to do that, it don't really, it don't have, and then you got to create value in what you're doing as well. So it's an art to that shit. Like that shit ain't just
That's a
talking.
fact.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
Right,
I've
right.
been hard to get started, man. You know what I'm saying? But like I said,
I'm glad you did it.
we wanted to have you as the first guest, bro, because that's easy. You know what I'm saying? I want to have this for perpetuity. Like if we're gonna have a show and we're gonna be talking to people in New Orleans, man, we had to talk to
I'm
Meana.
honored to be a first. This is another one of my firsts. So,
Right.
Yeah.
I count my firsts. So, you know what I'm saying? Like this is another first for me.
Right.
So, I'm honored. Like more than what y'all might even think. Some people like take for granted certain things, but not for me. For me, first of a lot of stuff, it mean a lot. I was the first to do this, first did that first. Like I keep, I remind myself of that, and it's honorable within itself. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm a regular dude. Y'all see me every
Right.
time around the joint.
Right.
I ain't really, I don't know. That's
Yeah.
a job for me,
Right.
bro. I put my pants leg one leg
Yeah.
at a time, like every other man.
Right.
So I don't look at another man less than because I do this and you don't. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Yeah, straight up.
So, when y'all call up on me to do shit, you know what I'm saying? And, I'm like, shit, I'm honored. You know what I'm saying, bro? Because
Yeah.
y'all could pick anybody. It don't have to be me. You know what I'm saying? I really understand that side of it.
So what's next for Mr. Patterson, bro? I mean, I enjoy watching No Rap Podcast. I like it. I like it, bro.
I'm trying
Yeah.
to,
I know it's easy to get. Let me say this. I know it's easy to go the controversial way because that sells. People love, crazy shit. But I like what y'all do, man. Just talking about real day-to-day issues, having guests when you do have guests, you know what I'm saying? That's always great. But
I got in the game to create value. I felt like I have enough intellect. I've always, out of all my friends, I've been the guy that give all the advice. You know what I'm saying? A lot of my friends call on me for advice, like, you know what I'm saying? Older ones and younger ones. You know what I'm saying? I've been always that type of person, like throughout my life. So I just thought podcasting would be an opportunity for people to kind of understand me from that perspective besides music. You might not think whatever I rap about, I might not be your artist, you know what I'm saying? But my intellect or the things that my walk of life and my views on life might be more impactful to you. And I just thought that this might work, for me. And for, you know what I'm saying? I like to talk, so, it all makes sense. Like, you know what I'm saying?
And like tonight, we really want to touch on a lot of things out the book. So Dee read the book, and I was just gonna be asking, certain general questions or whatever. But at the end of the day, to just be able to sit here and talk to you with all the work that you didn't put in, with the connections you didn't already made,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? I just appreciate, the space right now.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
that's what this
You
about.
know, like when you talking about how behind the scenes New Orleans rappers, network with each other. The type of business y'all really conduct is like a family. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? And more than negativity, it's all about the love. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? When you really hear about the way songs get constructed, you write a verse, but when you hear somebody really talk about the behind the scenes, he like, nah, this what we helped them with. Put this like this. Put
Right.
put
Yeah.
this person on
That
that.
side you don't
And
even,
and
you don't
and
know.
and then you get to know like it be certain people names that you didn't know it was them three that worked on that song
Right.
to put that together like that.
Right.
You talking with this one and you getting them to get on this and this one go do that, and you be like, watch the magic work.
Watch the magic.
You gotta watch. You gotta see the vision.
Right.
Like you say when you talk to PP had a vision. Now we could have had bad business, but you still give props where they do.
Yeah,
When
vision.
I met him, it was a vision.
He already knew.
So we learning a lot why we doing this, even being the first one, because, you know, with the agenda being with the book, we learning, you know,
way other stuff that
cause,
I ain't even talk about
Yeah,
directly in it.
it
what
was
I'm saying,
always gonna be a broad discussion.
what I'm saying is, what I'm saying is, I ain't read the book, so I'm like, all right, well, that made sense just now.
Man, it was
And he like, that's what I was trying to tell you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So while you talking, even though I know you, I'm still like, oh, well, that's making sense. I'm looking like a fan
I see how
again.
that happened. Yeah.
I fan over and I'm like, oh, all right, that's why he say what he be saying.
Right.
Because I'm like, well, I was going to ask you that because I'm an East Beast, bitch. I'm
Right.
seeing you.
Yeah, why you didn't do this? Yeah.
And I'm like, well, no, you really ran it. Like about 4 or 5 things that I want to see outside the book that, you know, was in the book, evidently in the book, because you said everything in the book.
Right, yeah, that's pretty much. He read it, so
right.
you know, I don't have to read it no more. It's my life. I could keep saying it over and over again.
Exactly.
You know, it ain't no lie.
'Cause
Like
it's
you
the
know,
truth.
yeah, it's the truth. You know,
really running.
so I ain't gotta like kind of what I said. You know what I'm saying? I know really how it went. You know what I'm saying?
And with as much love and respect, you know, this New Orleans, we don't do the fan out thing. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah, it's just respect and love, brother.
When I be saying, I'm like, I've been wanting to have a little sit down with you and do the podcast and, you know, woo woo woo. But bro,
everything in time.
It be time.
Everything in time,
we doing it right now.
Right.
It's still funny to me. You dig? Like what I'm saying is, I had a couple of questions that I was waiting for a podcast to ask.
Send them.
And you just run it.
Send them. If you got anything, I'm
Right.
telling you, anything y'all want to know,
Right.
send them. You know, don't hold back, cause don't let me go and be like, we should have asked that.
Nah,
hey,
Man,
I'm good.
I feel like you covered a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
I gave
saying?
the meat and
Right.
potatoes of it.
A little meat and potatoes. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? That we, you know, we may have to have you back.
Yeah, whatever. Think about it. You know what I'm saying? I understand it.
You know what I'm saying?
Straight
But
up.
we appreciate you, man. Like for real, coming through and kicking it with us for a little bit. You have a clothing line.
Well, I got a clothing
shop.
I would say I sell everything in it. It ain't
shop.
even just clothing. Yeah, it's called Shop Graffiti, bro. It's shopgraffeetee.com. That's GRAFEETEE. Right. You know what I'm saying? Graffiti. So what I do on there, I always wanted to start a graphic t-shirt line. I just like slogans that people live by, things of that nature. I sell PNC merch, you know what I'm saying? You could get the book online, the whole 9, things of that nature. So anything that I pretty much you know, my thing with the start the graffiti thing is like, you know what I'm saying, one of the slogans that I have on there that I live by is like, life is a canvas, you create the art. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's pretty much the whole bill of doing that. Like, you know what I'm saying? And the graffiti was like almost like a symbolic for graphic T. The way I spelled it, I didn't spell it like regular graffiti, you know, just the rap shit. You know what I'm saying? So the way I spelled it is almost like graphic T, but it's graffiti. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That way.
It's what we do.
Yeah, so you know, it's just my own little thing. But I started that line, and like I said, I sell PNC merch and, you know, slogans, like, you know, pretty much. It's not like a clothing line like M line or nothing like that, but it's just like a slogan, you know, brand.
different,
like, you know,
Yeah, man.
Anything else, fellas?
Bro. Shit, I think we did it. Hey, man. Michael, Mr. Meana Patterson.
I appreciate you, baby.
Thank you for coming through here, big dog.
1,000. Appreciate y'all having me though, bro.
Yes, sir.